first life together as a couple was spent traveling. It was on an architectural fellowship, so it had some architectural focus. It was a 6-month grant or fellowship that we stretched to a year. Now that year allowed us to learn a lot, but almost more importantly, we learned how to live together, learn how to really live with each other, how to share memories, how to make memories, and how to see the world and realize that life was much bigger. That experience was so important to our lives that we felt that at some time we wanted to create an opportunity for other students to share the same experience. So our goal is always to have students experience something that is very enriching to their education, and I truly believe, knowing what it did for us, and talking to students that have come back with their own fellowships, their own travel fellowships from our initial gifts, that it does change lives, and it has changed lives, and hopefully it'll be around to always change lives. And that's our real goal. And Claire and I have always been in absolute agreement and step with doing that.
Meeting other people in other places and traveling and sharing stories, it really enriched our lives, and we wanted our own children and other people who are growing up and learning what the world is like to have the same opportunity.
We started the Albanese Family Fellowship about 15 years ago with a modest but reasonable initial gift, and have been adding to it through these 15 years. So through those years, we were able to maintain a certain amount that was able to convert to a reasonable initiative for a student or two students to travel. Several years ago, I was approached by Cornerstone Foundation, and then they surprised me with an incredible offer. Claire and I were getting ready to make a significant infusion into the fellowship to kind of boost it up a little further, and they offered to match our gift 3-to-1. And this allowed for a very significant amount of money to be channeled directly into the fellowship, which almost tripled the amount of money available for students. Well, our fund is growing, and there have been a number of architects in Tucson, and builders, contractors, and people in the building trade and professions that have contributed and added significantly to the fellowship through the Cornerstone. But also, I'm happy to say that parents of some of the students that have traveled on the scholarship have also made contributions, because they could see the value of students traveling, their children traveling and growing.
Change their lives.
Yes, and so that has been an important part. And I would hope that other faculty either choose to contribute to this, knowing that the goal is really to support students, not about us or our name or anything. It's really to support students, and it's a wonderful vehicle to add more students to the travel experience. I can't answer that, because nobody knows what the future is going to be. Will architects be different? Absolutely. Will we have to know the same things? Absolutely. We will be working with both the technology and with the delivery system and with materials that are very, very different. Fundamentally, we could say the rules don't change, but every tool we use does change. And with those changing tools, it's a different world of architecture. In architecture, there are many, many shades of architecture. And students find their own path. And the education that we have always provided very, very consistently is to allow students, when they continue on in their careers, is to create their own path, their own career as they see it. Right now, I know of 5 alumni, from my years, whose children are in the college right now. And I get to see them. When their parents are in town, I get to see them. Their children come here. We've had dinners together with their children. We're going to continue. The alumni is important. And to be an active alumni is rewarding. I traveled with my history book, and Claire took, when we dated in school, took the same architectural history course that I had taken. And it was all beautifully, wonderfully documented in a 4.5-pound book called Bannister Fletcher History Book. We still have that book. And although Claire married me willingly, she did not know that getting married meant carrying a 4.5-pound book in her purse
every day
through Europe.